Remember a long time ago where he called out Aung La, he said, keep the belt shiny for me.
Aung La, the Burmese python, Aung Sang!
Mitch, you spoke to Aung La earlier in the week. It tells a big story. Let's go to Aung La. Headhunting early on De Ridder.
Ready, go!
Will De Ridder make good on his promise to ground Aung La, put him in the snake trap, and put him to sleep?
New middleweight world champion, Reinier de Ridder.
The chants go up for Aung La, and there's the right hand, the steel pipe, the uppercut. Outside leg kick from the champion, and what an outside leg kick. Sprawls out, defends against the takedown attempt. Good defense from Aung La. Now the takedown, a wrenching takedown. Renier's climbing the back of Aung La. You can't tuck in your neck. I'll take his neck. He's standing now. Aung La tries to spill him out the back door. It doesn't work. Reinier de Ridder sets the choke again. It's around the chin at the moment. Crushing, trying to crush the chin of Aung La.
Oh, it's sliding underneath the chin.
Is it gonna happen? Oh my word! Agape, I'm sure in Myanmar and around the world, except in Holland, Reinier de Ridder has defeated Aung La N Sang. I never thought I'd utter these words. Aung La N Sang tapped out.
Look at the squeeze by Reinier de Ridder. It started at the middle of Aung La's face, slowly.
He may be the most confident man in all of sports right now. You talk to RDR and he says he laughs. When you ask him about what's going to happen today, he laughs. He goes, it's simple, Chabella. As he brought what he calls the steel pipe in his right hand tonight. If he hits RDR with the right hand, Myanmar versus the Netherlands, two BJJ stylists, 8 centimeters taller as RDR. Here's Aung La. We hunted a man across two weight divisions to try and take 2 world titles from him. But that is what Reinier de Ridder is trying to do tonight. Looks immediately to take down Aung La and does.
Had that dead hip on the ground, but Aung La is able to work himself back to his feet. So until there's still a scramble here.
Aung La, he's getting his back taken, Rich. You can see it. He's a little bit high.
The same one from last time that captured in the middleweight belt. The body triangle wrapped around the midsection of Aung La N Sang. This is danger for Aung La.
Yeah, I'll say this about De Ridder taking Aung La's back. It's not as much as him taking the back, as much as it is that he forces his opponent. He forced Aung La to move in a position where Aung La gave him his back there.
Aung La's got to get to the other side. See how he's leaning to the knee side of De Ridder? He's got to try to get to the locked side, that foot side, which is the other side, so he can relieve some of that pressure. De Ridder's got a nasty squeeze inside that body triangle.
Still a long time to go, 2 minutes 45 remaining. First round set for 5. It's all one-way traffic right now to RDR.
Like Mitch said, he's got to get that foot. He's got to get De Ridder's foot on the ground, but he's got to get that leg laced out first. And you can tell with De Ridder's long legs, like this is a very difficult position.
De Ridder said he would tap out Aung La inside of 3 minutes. How's the defense looking from Aung La tonight, Dragon?
It's better, but he's getting, De Ridder's a little bit high, and so he has to kind of reach down to attack the neck. And Aung La learned something from the first time. De Ridder's got a nasty squeeze, ladies and gentlemen. He's got a vice-like, slow, pressure-style grip. Aung La's got to be very careful, and De Ridder might go into mount here. Aung La's got to clear that left arm. You can see he's trying to walk to the other side.
Turning! De Ridder's turning! Is this the end for Aung La N Sang? Is this it? Is this it? Oh, holds on and he's out of trouble. That was close. Wow. That was razor close.
Oh,
and
wow,
he's out. How about this? Here comes Aung La.
Right elbow over the top. Nice one.
Good left hand from Aung La. Should he be getting out of here? Should he be standing up?
I'm not sure why Aung La didn't back up and make De Ridder stand again.
He was easily comfortable down there. Maybe not easily comfortable, but he was able to maintain, survive 2 submission attempts, and do his work. He's like, all right, I'm not scared of you. I learned from the first time. Rich Franklin?
But all week we've been talking about how Aung La needs to keep this thing standing.
Slinging the legs, Aung La N Sang, a turn of tide for the Myanmar superstar. De Ridder staying on his back. He does not want to get to the feet with Aung La. How taste my feet. Fires another up kick. Slings the legs again to Aung La.
But he lit that thing up when he was standing in the guard right there.
Sucked that leg in, pulled Aung La down to the mat, but Aung La's trying to work his way back up and working his way back up the wall. This is
uppercut from Aung La, beautifully placed on the inside, nice and tight. And another uppercut from Aung La as RDR drops down for a single to execute a takedown.
This pressure against the fence, we've talked about this, Michael, and this takes a lot of energy out of you. And one of the advantages that Aung La always brings to the circle, such a smooth transition to mount there. He did that so easily.
The elbows from the towering Dutch Knight, dropping them down. Aung La's going to give his back. No.
He does such a great job of this. This is where his veteran experience really pays off in the circle.
Man, look at those legs of De Ridder. He has been Aung La has only landed a few leg kicks, but
yeah, anytime that you're going to control the back, and De Ridder has a unique style here, but you always want your bottom leg to be the leg that has control, that's laced in with the hook. What Mitch was talking about there is creating a triangle, and rather than a body triangle, it's a triangle around the leg.
See how he used that to transition into side control? High-level jiu-jitsu, ladies and gentlemen, coming from Reinier de Ridder, the middleweight champion, as he's starting to soften Aung La up with the elbows as the 10-second clapper goes.
Side control here for RDR. Knee on belly from the Dutch Knight. Drops the elbows on the forehead of Aung La for the light heavyweight world title held by the man left of screen, Aung La N Sang, against the middleweight world champion, Reinier de Ridder. Rich, how do you see it after the first 10 minutes?
Yeah, after 10 minutes of action, De Ridder, in both rounds, he was able to land the takedowns, back control, and pretty much control the ground. Aung La had a minute to a minute and a half of shining at the end of the first round, but it wasn't enough to really close any kind of lead. So in my cards right now, De Ridder has a pretty significant lead, and if this trend continues,
both men breathing hard here in the third. Lots of instructions coming from Henry Hooft and the team out of Sanford MMA from Florida in the corner of Aung La N Sang.
You can see how RDR is trying to keep him to the knee side, which is his right side. Aung La needs to go to his left so that pressure starts to diminish on the squeeze that he has on his body, and also starts to relieve some pressure so he can get out.
RDR thought about an armbar, couldn't lock it on.
got the gable grip there, going for a possible arm in.
Knees to the head of a grounded opponent, of course, are perfectly legal under the global rule set.
He's strong, so to see somebody like De Ridder just on top of him with pressure, and Aung La having trouble moving him, makes me wish I could have a grappling session with De Ridder.
I wouldn't wish that on anyone.
Put people away, just like he did with Ken Hasagawa in that 5th round with that massive uppercut. Aung La N Sang is always in it, but he has to stop this.
And this just looks like a replay from the first match that they had with that takedown.
He's got to get out of this body triangle. He's got to start moving.
This body triangle will make it even harder for Aung La to breathe, to fill his lungs.
Now he's doing a good job of removing that, but as I say that, Reinier de Ridder transitions into full mount. Now the arm is in a bad spot. Aung La needs to clear his right arm because Reinier de Ridder is trying to drop that head down. Never been out grappled?
I've never been submitted. Not in a match.
Geez, you're a brave man tonight, Mitch. I'll tell you what, a little cocky calling out Rich Franklin like that. Final seconds of the round ends in full mount for RDR.
Dropping elbows, the submission attempts are just continually attacking here. You can see trying to put the ground and pound together. That might be the only way.
And there's the takedown. Aung La on his back with De Ridder on top inside of half guard. He's in the full mount again.
Keep punching him there. Keep punching, be smart.
This would be a massive moment if De Ridder beats Aung La tonight. But he's got to find a way to get off his back. Can Aung La get there now? Can he get to his feet? Top position for Aung La. Now has the pendulum swung.
Push his chin.
Push his chin, they're saying. Posture up, work the ground and pound.
Elbows, punches.
Nice job by Aung La N Sang to explode out of the mounted position, and now he's working from the top. He's got 2 minutes and 45 seconds to really put something together because the lead, Rich, has got to be gigantic for RDR.
Yeah, it's
Drop the right elbow.
Close guard from RDR.
That posture.
Pulls the right hand out to Aung La. Can't land it cleanly, however.
He's very mobile off his back, but at this point he's got 30 seconds left. He's got a massive lead in just ground control and aggressiveness.
But that's what I like about De Ridder. He's got 30 seconds left. He's clearly dominated this entire match, and it's not good enough for him. He's saying, nope, I want this submission. I want something.
RDR shutting down Aung La N Sang. We are going to a decision here in Singapore in our main event. We may see the title change hands.
In favor of your winner by unanimous decision, and new one light heavyweight world champion,